Hello, everyone. Ian Illy on another day in Los Angeles. By Los Angeles, I mean Seattle. So much to talk about. But first, passion is our passion. So let me show off this outfit. There is no greater joy than twirling. But let's get into it today. Hashtag free the nipple. Hashtag free the nipple. I'll just start there. So we had a big meeting at the homeless shelter, mostly about keeping things clean and hygiene. And there was just please keep your shirt on for God's sake, keep your shirt on. Me, I'm not body ashamed, so if a tit slips out, I mean, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna accept it. I'm not gonna cry about it. And the guy across from me, he shows off his hairy tits all the time. I say hairy tits because if he actually worked out, they'd be muscled, but they're not muscled, which is fine by me. I get it. Besides, he's not bad to look at. I mean, he's right across from me. It's not bad to look. But the housekeeper comes in, and I swear this is the fucking whitest thing ever. Some people talk about white privilege and white drama. This is what white drama is. The housekeeper comes in, and the guy across from me is shirtless. I'm shirtless. Mostly because I'm airing out my clothes. It's laundry day. I'm waiting to use the laundry. I've been wearing my Superman shirt like all the time, all the time. And I didn't have my fresh new clothes because, I like buying new clothes. I don't like washing clothes. I follow Karen Walker. And there's a thing to that. Rich people just buy new clothes. Poor people keep washing their clothes. And you just say, number one, doesn't the fabric wear? Doesn't it, stink with your funk? The scent of your perfume stuck on it, stains from the food you eat. But you want to wear that again. You do. Okay, okay. Now the housekeeper, she sees the two men are shirtless, and look, I have PTSD from military sexual trauma, so I get it on a level. She's like, go to management, go to management. So she goes to management. The manager is furious at the two of us because the guy across from me, he's got no shirt on. I got no shirt on. And it's just like, how dare you? It's just like, first of all, she comes in the areas like you men stink. And it's just like, number one, we're men. Men are supposed to stink. I mean, it'd be nice if they smelled nice, but men are dirty, sweaty creatures. When did we lose that? I mean, here I am. I'm twirling in my Scottish attire, but men were supposed to be lifting heavy things, sweating, toiling. They didn't have gyms. Okay, we invented gyms in order to say, "Hey, we were supposed to be something else, and we need to get back to that." Because before, whatever job you did, that was your workout. Everything you did was a workout. You were a blacksmith, your arms were so yoked, you would be a miss if you said, I'll drop and do some push-ups right now. I'll start doing some squats. Let me do some burpees. It's like, no. If you're a blacksmith, you already work out every day. Holding that hammer, The balance that you have to do with hot metal all the time, that was a workout. Same with the baker. You have to hold that tray with a loaf on top of it, balance it, balance it, and then bring it out. That's a lot of muscle that you have to recruit for something like that. But we don't do that anymore. We don't. And worse, we body shame each other. Like, I got up in arms about it because I'm like, no, no, no. I'm going to talk to staff and management because number one, you really shouldn't you shouldn't body manage me. You shouldn't body shame me. Okay, like this is my area. And yeah, it was, she's got to clean. And technically, if anything else, I would have been somewhere else. I would have been further somewhere else, but they had the meeting. And then by the time the meeting happened, it was like, I can't really go anywhere else. So there's that. Mm. And so they were saying, oh, well, we have rules here. And I'm like, oh, you're going to hit me with that? You're going to hit me with the rules thing because, you know, the people who live in this shelter break rules all the time. I mean, this is a rule that I'm almost upset about because it goes to who you are or what you're supposed to do with your life. Are you supposed to cover yourself up? I mean, like what? A nipple is that damning? Because I have nipples, she's got nipples. I don't want to see her nipples. If she wanted to show her nipples off, good for her. And by the way, the reason why women are fucking getting a lot of breast cancer, it's not that they're more predisposed to it genetically. It's the fact that they don't look at their own tits. They don't let other people look at their own tits. The EF informatory post. Hi, welcome to the channel, welcome to the revolution. I miss the beard, why'd you cut it off? I got tired of the beard. I did. I just I'm just frustrated all the time. I'm mostly frustrated because I have PTSD from my military sexual trauma. And I let myself spend 8 years as a werewolf, Sasquatch, as the ugliest man in the room. Because I said, I don't want to be put in a position where women think I'm asking for their attention. Or it's, hey girl, it's because I wear my Scottish attire. I wear the Scottish attire. I'm not wearing it to be a female. I accept that I have feminine energy in me, but I don't see myself as a woman. I actually just left the store because they were just playing their song as like, you're a woman, you're a real woman. And it's just like, okay, keep your West Coast leftist agenda away from me. I mean, I support people on their journey. If you are transitioning, that's your journey. My journey is of 18th century Parisian noble. Okay. Like Prince, I'm all about the ruffles and the excess. The excess. I'm not going to put myself in a position again of could you make yourself ugly so people don't pay attention to you? It's a brand new year for me, kind of. I don't have my service animals anymore, so it's just me right now. So I have to learn to open up my mouth. If I feel uncomfortable, then I have to talk about it and confront the issue head on because I was using my service animals and my beard to just hide away from the world. And yeah, it's terrible because, I try and talk to guys and I'm terrible at it, or they're all secret agents. So you never get anywhere when you're talking to someone who's a secret agent. Just doesn't really work that way. So now it's be pretty, because I have a birthday coming up. It's was so yeah. I have a birthday coming up, and I don't know where I'm going to spend it. I might spend it in a completely different city. I just told them that if they did decide to have a major event, I may stay, I may perform. Because I'm like this close to just buying a microphone and rocking the house. Because it's like, I know I'm a singer, so why don't I sing? It's like, you don't buy an outfit like this. But by the way, this is only part one of the outfit. This is only part one. Tomorrow, I'm doing a brand new variation on this outfit. So, okay, I understand. Maybe I should cut my beard too. I can kind of see your, I can kind of see your image there in the profile pic. You make an interesting point. You do, you do. Like I cut off the beard because, to be honest, I have hairs that are just like way too long. And I want to grow my hair out more than I was growing. I was growing a beard more than I was growing hair on my top of my head, because my body said uh, I have to use hormones and I have to put them where you think that they're going to go. And you think you're going to go to your beard. And so it went to my beard. My beard was long and luscious and wild. And honestly, I didn't mind it until I just got put into a situation of, I'm going to have all these PTSD issues. So why not just be beautiful while I have these PTSD issues? Because I had to say to myself, am I ever going to be Kratos, God of War? Like, you look at someone like God of War on Amazon, like Ryan Hurd, I believe is his name, or something like that. And the guy is gorgeous. The guy is wonderful. It's like, that is very, very sexy. But then I look at myself and I say, oh hell no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Not for the muscle. I will stay a skinny, slightly androgynous twink if it means that I keep my long locks and my bone structure. Like, yeah, that's just what I think. For you, that's a personal decision of whether or not you cut your beard. Like, don't let other people influence you, but just keep in mind that you could always grow it back. And if you grow it back, it'll grow healthier and stronger, and you can pay more attention to it, because a lot of people, they grow a beard and then they forget that they have a growing, living thing on their face. You got to get the oils, you got to get the lotions. It's a huge thing. CHMOPY. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the revolution. I'm Ian Iliona. I am resting and relaxing. This is one of the Seattle park. So normally homeless people sleep on this, and I'm a homeless person. That I do my podcast from a park bench, because I just not gonna pay for a studio. And it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous out. Like right now I'm sitting in shade. I mean, I've got my juice, and my juice is lovely. Got to get that. What are your thoughts on the incident? What incident? Inform me. Inform me. I'm in Seattle right now and I'm not up to date on anything. I should be watching the news as someone who comments on the news all the time, but it's just they're the people who watch the news and then they're the people who make the news. I prefer to make the news. Wow, the two hottest guys are just like right there in front of me. Like amazing. Hold on, let's see if I can. Oh, oh. See, that's what I'm talking about. The people who are on that side and then the people on my side. And both are right. I'm not disparaging people who choose to be traditional masculine, but your ancestors didn't do that. Unless they were Spartans. And that's the way history went. People became tactical gender experts as opposed to just living their lives. If you lived your life by yourself and you didn't have to go to an office, you didn't have to compete for a partner or any kind of bullshit like that, if you were just out in the woods somewhere living by yourself, you're just going to be free. Maybe the first month or two, you'll still say, oh, I've got to wear pants or I've got to keep my hair short or I've got to do this, I've got to do that. By like 3 weeks in, the pants come off, the hair gets longer, your beard gets longer, and you just say, "What? Why would I cut it?" Especially if you live in the woods, where you say, if you shave and nick the wrong thing, then you're in the middle of the woods leading out. So yeah, you just stop. But there's so much stress, so much riding on this idea of gender normality. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to go to the United Kingdom because I wanted to be with my own people, my own family, and just say, I'm comfortable like this, you're comfortable like this. Let's just be comfortable together. Dudes in this kind of outfit. That's all. It's hot, it's sexy, and the guys laugh about it. They laugh about it. There's no taboo to nudity. There's no taboo to not having the best body. It's, are you happy? Do you care about yourself inside? Not to mention when I put this on, buttons started popping and everything. And it just showed me, number one, I wasn't engaging my core. I've been wearing pants for the longest time. All it does is just cut off circulation to my waist. It doesn't tell me to engage my core muscles. It was ruining my body. Sometimes it shut off my bum really, really well. But other times it was, yeah, but I can't lift my leg up or, I'm trying to exercise or I'm trying to bend this way. And I would just split pants all the time. Like every time I try and do a split while dancing or something like that, I'm done with this. So let me recycle. I always recommend to people recycle. I know it may look like rubbish, but it isn't. It's someone else's drink because someone else will drink from it. Not right now. They've got to clean it, melt it. But oh well. I don't know. I almost invite people to try some new clothes, try a robe, try a cloak, pretend you're a wizard. I don't know. Have fun with it. But at the very least, just learn to love your body. Learn to love who you are and how it feels to move. You spend all your time sitting down or you spend your time hiding your body. And it's just, why do people hide their body? Are you ashamed of it? Because 10 fingers, 10 toes for most people. So what's going on here? Why do we cover up when all we do, especially men, is you fantasize about other people completely naked or in less revealing clothes? So if you have that fantasy, how is it a fantasy if everyone else has that fantasy? That's not fantasy. That's the world you could live in. So I choose that. I choose a world where gender norms are kind of relaxed, which is why I'm on the West Coast saying that and not the Deep South. If I was in the Deep South, I'd have to wear a cowboy hat and, I don't know, throw bales of hay around or something. I always think that the South would make me happy, but I don't know. All right, I'm back. So, $2 per song request. So even YouTube is saying, dude, you should be singing. I don't know why you don't sing on camera or whatever. But I would have to at least buy a guitar or have a secondary device to play music on. Otherwise, I would literally be singing a cappella. But no, I was trying to say this part where I put on my outfit, and by the way, let me show this off again because I love to show off my fashion. As silly as I am, it just feels good. It feels good to be able to move my legs around, and I can move. I can breathe carefully. I can breathe carefully because I don't want all my buttons to fall off. But it's fun to finally move around. I was in a very creative mood some weeks ago designing fashion using AI. I design fashion on AI all the time. What you have to do is get yourself to a 3D printer and actually start making these clothes a reality. Because you should have your own style. A lot of people are fashion designers, but your market is beginning with you, but could actually translate to other people. If you want to be a trendsetter, make your own clothes. I mean, I'd love to have my own fashion line. So, I've got to market it. I've got to model it. Right now, I'm rocking someone else's clothes, someone else's style. But I kind of like that idea of making clothes more personal, making clothes more unique. I mean, you have to wear it. Why not wear something you're truly proud of, that you truly think expresses who you are? So it was super stressful to talk to the people at this homeless shelter about hashtag free the nipple, because it's a conversation that is a lot deeper than the maids saw two guys who were shirtless. It goes to, do you realize you're tribal? Do you realize that the idea of being shirtless, if not naked, in front of another person is a way of saying, I mean you no harm? I love how in sci fi shows, they just throw that word around, and all I want to say is, did you frisk that guy? Did you check underneath his robe? Like, what's he got in his pocket? And this is why I'm on YouTube discussing this, because we live in a world where we just let anybody roll up and down the street, and we don't say, hey, how are you? Or even better, do you feel comfortable, coming in here with other people? We don't say questions like that because if we did, we have to admit that there is something fundamentally wrong. I'm not sure whether or not a questionnaire would stop people from bringing guns to landmarks like in Seattle, but there has to be a middle ground. There has to be something we can agree upon, something that we could all say, you know what, I could do that. I could change my clothes before I walk down this particular street or